So let's get one thing straight. The hair on your head, the quality of the hair on your head depends on what you put in your system. It depends on what you feed your body. It depends on what you feed your hair. You can have access to the most expensive shampoos. You can have access to the most expensive creams and conditioners and all of that stuff. It may be good for you. It may be great for you. It may be detrimental for you depending on how many chemicals they have. You may have access to the best hair treatments in the world. It may be good for you, it may be bad for you, it may be full of chemicals that actually makes your hair weaker and weaker. There's a balance in everything. There's good hair care and then there's bad hair care. But the most important thing when it comes to your hair is what you feed every one of those cells in the human body. Because your hair at the end of the day has its root in your scalp. And what you feed that root results in how your hair looks, how thick it is, the color of it, how quickly it ages and how quickly it falls. You see, hair has a life cycle as well. There's the growth phase of hair, there's the rest phase of hair, and then there's the shedding phase of hair. So losing about 100 to 150 to 200 strands of hair every day is not a problem. But losing clumps of hair or having thinning hair, or if you have premature aging, these are signs that your body is giving you that you don't have the right nutrition going into your system, or you have the right nutrition going into your system, but it's not reaching your cells because you have the wrong exercise, you have poor circulation, and then of course, we have the wrong genes as well. Or our genes don't support us because a lot of hair fall, a lot of hair conditions is also genetic in nature. But we can't just blame our genes all the time because all of us have good genes and all of us have bad genes. Okay? In very, very rare cases, will it be hereditary? But in most cases, we need the wrong lifestyle and the wrong food to trigger off the bad genes that we all have and lead to poor hair, falling hair, or disease for that matter. So we know in the medical world as well, we look at cancer, we look at diabetes, we look at cholesterol, we study the medical history of your parents, and if they have it, it doesn't mean that you will have it too. Your chances, your probabilities on the higher side, which means you got to take more care of yourself, but it doesn't mean you have to get the same disease. It means that you have those genes in your body, but if you keep those genes suppressed and you don't have the wrong triggers that trigger those genes to manifest into a disease or condition, that's when all the problems begin. So when it comes to hair fall, there are so many different reasons, and we're going to go through some of those today. The genetic part is something that we look at the end. But number one, women and men who try to lose weight drastically through crashed diets, through overtraining, they start looking older and their hair starts falling. Because you have to understand, if you are training and you are under-eating, or you're overtraining and you're under-eating, you have a nutritional deficiency. And how do we know this? A workout needs to make you glow. A workout should make you feel tired but energetic. Do you understand tired but energetic? You're tired because you worked out your body, but you're left with an energetic feeling in your body. Now that's a good workout. A bad workout is one where you overtrain, you come home and you have to sleep immediately, or you're sluggish throughout the day, or you're fatigued throughout the day. You lose that glow in your face. You start looking haggard. You start looking older. That's a bad workout for you. You're working out because you're trying to punish your body to lose that weight. You're trying to punish all of that weight gain with exercise, and it never works that way. You may lose 2 or 3 kilos, but you end up spoiling your looks, your hair, your skin, and your immunity at the same time. So when you overtrain or you lose weight too quickly, which is why everywhere or anyone who promises you weight loss of more than 3 to maximum 4 kilos in a month, it's going to be done the wrong way. The human body can effectively lose about 2 to 3 kilos in a safe way. 4 kilos if you're completely disciplined. Maybe you go completely vegetarian, you drop out sugar and all processed and you work out the right way, maybe 4 kilos. But anything more than that is dangerous weight loss for the human body. Because you may be losing weight, but your cells, 32 to 40 trillion cells in your human body will get affected, which then affects your heart, your liver, your kidney, and your hormones, which is why most women and men who try to work out too hard and undereat have hormonal disorders and never lose that abdominal fat. So the best biofeedback that your body can give you is if you're having a great workout and a lifestyle, but you're not losing that belly and abdominal fat, there's something wrong with the way that you train, or there's something wrong with the way that you eat and the way that you sleep. You got to get your nutrition in place, your adequate exercise, your sleep, and your stress levels to work together, and then losing weight should become easy for you. So let's go straight into hair fall again. People with hypothyroid or thyroid disorders will find that they lose hair because, again, what is thyroid disease? It's a hormonal imbalance. So you got to fix your thyroid. You got to fix your thyroid, or you got to make your thyroid gland better through lifestyle and nutrition. And you can watch my video on YouTube on thyroid and look at those natural methods of how you can heal your thyroid. There are thousands of people around the world right now who are no longer suffering from thyroid problems because they made lifestyle changes in their nutrition, and they repaired their thyroid gland, and they no longer have those hair fall problems. People who are on high blood pressure medication, who are on antidepressants, and who are also on blood thinners may tend to lose hair far more quickly than someone who's not. This doesn't mean you dump your medication and get off. It's awareness for you that you just don't jump onto medication when you can use lifestyle to control it in a safe way with your doctor in the loop. But the side effects of these medications cause your hair to thin and eventually fall as well. Nutritional deficiency is the number one reason, if it's not genetic, why your hair falls. Let's start off with two of the key vitamins, iron and zinc. Now, iron, we all know, low hemoglobin. What's the purpose of hemoglobin and red blood cells? To carry oxygen and the nutrients from the food that you eat to all of your cells, including your hair follicles. So if you don't have the right number of red blood cells, or you have low hemoglobin levels or iron, you cannot transport nutrients from the food that you eat to your hair. So even if you're having iron-rich foods like dates and nuts and seeds and beetroots and biotin and all of that stuff, unless you have the carriers, the vehicles to carry that to your hair follicles, you will have a hair problem, which is why exercise, circulation of blood, and the right food go hand in hand. Let's talk about zinc and iron found in most lentils, beetroots, lemons, nuts and seeds, almond, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. You can get it in a natural diet. Vitamin D. Almost 3 people have a vitamin D deficiency. Yes, it has a direct connection with hair fall, thinning of hair, and poor hair growth. Vitamin D, although it's a vitamin, is also a hormone. And yes, we have a lot of media that's trying to sell sunscreen that tells us to stay out of the sun because you will damage your hair. But it's actually the opposite. Weak hair will get damaged in the sun. But if you want to make your hair stronger, you got to be out in the sun at the safe times to increase your vitamin D, which in turn will have a dramatic effect on the health of your hair. Protein, again, the overconsumption of protein can lead to hair fall. And of course, the underconsumption of protein. Protein is the building block of every cell in the human body, including your hair cells. So if you have poor quality protein or synthetic protein or too much of protein in your body, you won't have the right amount of protein or quality to break down into amino acids, which does all the magic when it comes to your muscle growth and your hair growth. So you look at your vegetarian sources of protein, and if you're a non-vegetarian, you look at clean non-vegetarian sources of protein if you can find that. But again, right from your green leafy vegetables to your nuts, to your seeds, to your fruits, to your lentils, to your rajmas, your chanas, all of that stuff in a balanced diet will give you good quality protein. The combination of rice and the combination of lentils gives you a complete protein that is excellent for your hair. The combination of rice and the combination of rajma, which is kidney bean, will give you a complete protein which has the amino acids necessary for your hair. Let's talk about omega-3. No, don't reach out for that bottle of fish oil right now. You get high quality omega-3 in sabja seeds as well, also known as sweet basil seeds or the little seeds that you see in Faluda. We did a video on this a few days ago. Sabja seeds are rich in omega-3, which breaks down into ALA, which is alpha linolenic acid, which is fantastic for your hair. You will also find omega-3 in flax seeds, in walnuts, and of course, in oily fish as well. Eggs, for all people who eat eggs. You need to get out of that habit of separating the yolk from the white. The white has 3 grams of protein. It's an incomplete protein, and you need the amino acids in the yolk to make it a complete protein. All the magic is in the yolk, the B vitamins, the choline, the actual protein that helps with your hair growth is in the yolk. So if you're eating an egg as whole, eat the whole thing. You cannot separate nature. Vitamin A, too much of vitamin A. So people who constantly pop these multivitamins or vitamin A tablets, okay, will have hair fall. Vitamin A in excess is toxic and will make your hair fall. But the right amount of vitamin A in the human body is excellent for hair growth. What is the function of vitamin A? Cell growth. Each and every strand of hair is a cell in your body. And if you have the right amount of vitamin A, which you get from your carrots, your sweet potato, and all of your natural foods, your fruits and your vegetables raw, you will have sufficient vitamin A without the worry of having to go toxic. Let's talk about biotin. Everyone reaches out for biotin today. What is biotin? Biotin is one of the B vitamins. It's vitamin B7. Powerful, very, very, very powerful for your hair if you take it in its natural forms. And of course, today companies make biotin in its formulations, and that also works really, really good for your hair. But if you go on popping biotin tablets and you're not circulating, you lead a sedentary lifestyle, you're not sleeping well enough, that biotin is going to be a waste of money. You're wasting your money on a good supplement that can do good for your hair, but because you don't have the right circulation and you're sitting too long throughout the day, that biotin becomes a waste of your money and a waste in your body. And then we look at vitamin C as well. If you eat 3 to 4 fruits in a day and you have that 1 or 2 glasses of raw vegetables and your nuts and seeds, you get sufficient vitamin C for your hair. Vitamin C is extremely important for your hair. For all of those who smoke and drink excessive tea and coffee, we need to know that that also depletes vitamin C from your body. So technically, if we're eating a balanced diet, we have enough of all the vitamins that I'm talking about. But if we have bad lifestyle habits like overconsumption of alcohol, overconsumption of sugar and junk food, overconsumption of oil, overconsumption of medicines and antibiotics, and yes, smoking, of course, depletes all the very vitamins that are necessary for your hair. So you see, you won't find your solution in a cream, in a shampoo, in a supplement. You will find your solution in that one drug called lifestyle. Let's talk about stress. Yes, absolutely, there is a connection between stress and hair fall. Let's understand how. When you have elevated levels of cortisol, which is your stress hormone, guess what changes in your body? Testosterone, thyroxine, DHEA, estrogen, all the hormones required for hair growth. So stress has a direct impact. You'll see young people today, 25 and 26, with graying hair, which speaks volumes about the stress that they have. Now, this stress could be work stress, financial stress, relationship stress, emotional stress. But one of the biggest stresses are the stresses caused to the human body by less sleep and less recovery post your workouts. Like I mentioned, your hair has a life cycle. There is growth, there is repair and rest, and then there is shedding. It goes through that entire lifestyle. So if you don't have the right amount of rest and sleep at night, you are going to have poor quality hair growth. And no matter how much money you spend on supplements, good food, and all those creams and all of those conditioners, it doesn't matter at all. So let's go straight into the solutions. Have you ever wondered why certain people going through chemotherapy and cancer go bald and they lose all of their hair? There's a simple science behind it. In its honest attempt of chemotherapy to kill the cancer, chemotherapy produces free radicals in the human body. Free radicals can go and further kill fast dividing cells. Cancer cells are fast dividing cells. So anything that can kill these fast dividing cells has the potential to kill cancer. Now what happens is fast dividing cells exist in your bones, which is why people's immunity drops, their white blood cells fall, their lymphocytes, leukocytes, neutrophils, all of that gets affected by the side effects of chemo, which is free radical generation to kill the cancer. Another fast dividing cell in the human body is your hair, which is why the first thing that happens is the body sheds all its hair when you go through chemotherapy, certain kinds of chemotherapies. Free radicals. Where else do we get free radicals from? The pollution in the air that we breathe, contamination in food, sugar, outside eating, junk food. Free radicals because we don't exercise, because we don't detoxify. So we accumulate toxins over time, which creates free radicals, which further kills our fast dividing cells. So the more free radicals we have in our body, the lower immunity we have, the faster our hair falls, the faster it changes its color and it becomes more and more gray. That's what free radicals do. So what? What is the best solution for free radicals? Anything that contains antioxidants. Antioxidants neutralize free radicals. So again, your fruits, your vegetables. You don't have to spend loads and loads of money on all these antioxidant supplements and stuff like that. You can get it in your fruits, you can get it in your vegetables, in your nuts, in your seeds, through your pranayama, through your meditation, through asanas and yoga, through a simple walk. Our liver generates a master antioxidant called glutathione. Glutathione is the master antioxidant of the human body, and most people will have less glutathione because of lifestyle, because of medication, because of allopathy and conventional drugs, which we may need. But at the same time, we've got to make sure that we're replenishing our diet with foods which are rich in antioxidants. So let's go through some of the best solutions if we have hair fall. Number one, you may have the best conditioner in the world, but remember, every conditioner, unless truly organic and chemical free, has a lot of chemicals that destroys minerals in. So your natural conditioner and hair tonic for your hair would be coconut oil. It could also be almond oil, it could also be olive oil. But these oils are rich in minerals, and when we apply it on the scalp of our hair, our scalp absorbs these minerals, which helps to regenerate dead cells or keep alive the living cells. One of the best solutions that I've learned in the Middle East that people use for their hair is a combination of olive oil, cinnamon powder, and honey, pure honey. You make a mix of this and you rub it into your scalp. You keep it for at least 3 to 4 hours and you wash it off. You do this about 3 or 4 times a week for at least 2 to 3 months, and it is believed to arrest hair fall. We spoke about all the vitamins that are necessary. Apple cider vinegar, pure apple cider vinegar with the mother culture. You take equal parts of it, like you take 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and 3 tablespoons of water, and you mix it together and you rub it into your scalp and into your hair to clean your scalp of dandruff, because when you have dandruff, that's also reducing the health of your hair. So you keep a clean scalp using apple cider vinegar, keep it in your hair for about 30 minutes and you can wash it off. One of my favorites, which people have the best results from, raw potato juice. Take a potato, wash it really well with the skin, juice it, and the juice will be thick. Apply it on your hair. It dries up, it forms a thin crust. Wash it off after about 30 minutes to an hour. That is a natural conditioner in itself. Raw potato juice. You do apple cider vinegar, you do raw potato juice, and within 10 to 15 days, people are going to notice a difference, not only in the color of your hair, it's going to get darker, it's going to get more voluminous, and it's going to get more fuller. I think I've gone through my list of everything it takes to build great hair. Yoga, headstands, when you do an inversion and you have blood rush to your head, that's one of the best exercises for your hair, because what does blood carry? Blood carries oxygen, which is required for growth, and nutrients from all the food that you eat to your hair. So yes, if people have genetic disorders, it's good to get that checked. It doesn't mean that you can't work to keep at least the hair that you have on your head healthy. So there's always something that you can do. But let's not get stressed when we start aging too quickly and we start graying. There's always something that we can do to reduce stress. We can meditate, we can get a hobby, we can work on our relationships, we can work on our own, method of introspection in our life to see what we can accept, what we can let go. Believe me, stress is the #1 root cause of almost any problem that almost any one of us have today. So the whole idea is put these things together. It's simple science. Your hair needs protein, your hair needs the right nutrition. Not too much of it, not too little of it. Balanced, the right amount for your body. So when you start working out the right way and eating the right way and moving the right way and sleeping the right way, you'll find that your hair gets better. It's as simple as that. Don't spend your money on all of those cosmetics outside. Remember, health is an inside-out approach, not an outside-in approach. Like, let's take an example of a plant. You can keep spraying the leaves with chemicals and water every day and it'll look good, but slowly it'll start fading and dying. What you got to feed is the root beneath the soil, and that's what makes the plant more beautiful. That's what makes the flower more beautiful. So health is an inside-out approach. Whether it's your skin, whether it's your hair, what you feed your body is exactly what you feed your hair. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.